the Republicans are not just, at war with Democrats. They're at war with their own voters, their own people, Republicans in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. They have been quietly at war with their own constituents for decades. One study from the Washington Post estimates that roughly, quote, 1 in 5 Ohioans will die before they turn 65, a similar life expectancy to residents of Slovakia and Ecuador, relatively poor countries. The Washington Post compared Ashtabula County, Ohio, to its neighbor across the Pennsylvania border, Erie County. Erie County is in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has a strong social safety net, has a progressive government. Ohio has a weak social safety net and has a Republican governor. Excuse me. The primary difference, Democratic versus Republican lawmakers and leaders. This is what they write in the Washington Post. Ashtabula residents, these are the Ohioans, are much more likely to die young, especially from smoking, diabetes-related complications, or motor vehicle accidents, than people living in its sister counties in Pennsylvania or New York, states that have adopted more stringent public health measures. The primary difference, Democrats are in charge in the blue states. Democratic states have enacted legislation to protect public health, including measures like seatbelt laws, high tobacco taxes, and more generous Medicaid and social safety net benefits. Ohio and other Republican-controlled states have not done that. 3 decades ago, this is really interesting, what we've seen now as the result of the Reagan Revolution, basically. 30 years ago, California and Ohio had about the same health outcomes, ranking right in the middle of all the states. Today, California, progressive California, has seen its premature death rate fall significantly. It's among the healthiest in the country. They have the second lowest mortality rate in the country. Ohio, on the other hand, ranks 41. What's the difference? Ohio has been run by Republicans for a couple of decades. California has been run by Democrats. The divide has increased nationwide, according to this study done by the Washington Post. Quote, today, people in the South and Midwest, regions largely controlled by Republican state legislators, have increasingly higher chances of dying prematurely compared with those in the more Democratic Northeast and West, according to the Post's analysis of death rates. They point out that they have not yet included in these studies of premature death rates the states that have banned abortion, although those are also red states. They say studies are soon also going to have to account for banned abortion and criminalizing health care, reproductive health care. The Commonwealth Fund determined that, quote, maternal death rates were 62% higher in 2020 in abortion restriction states than in abortion access states. In other words, your chances of, as a woman who is pregnant, of dying in childbirth, your chances of dying in childbirth are 28 out of 100,000 live births in Republican-controlled states that have outlawed abortion, but only 17 per 100,000 live births in democratically controlled states that have not outlawed abortion. In parts of Ohio, Idaho, it's even worse. There are large chunks of the state where there are literally no more obstetricians and gynecologists left. None. Which makes giving birth a hell of a lot more dangerous. And then the other big factor is gun safety legislation, or the absence of it. Is another key difference contributing to higher premature death rates in red states. Massachusetts, for example, has some of the strictest gun laws in the nation. You are 10 times more, and Mississippi has some of the loosest. You are 10 times more likely to die by gun in Mississippi than you are in Massachusetts. This should kind of tell us, everything that's going on with us and, inform us about, the kind of damage that red state Republican policies are doing to the United States, to citizens of our country. And I'm, impressed that the Washington Post did a piece talking about this and specifically identifying the political connection to it. Our politics are literally killing us.